you don't mind going ahead and stand for prayer. Father, we thank you this day, God, is for a community to live in. We're grateful for the weather we experience this week, Father. Lord, as we continue the activities during the fair this week, may everyone be safe. May they have a gold time, Father. And we just uplift this condition to you as we do family business.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right now, we have some public comments, starting at 6:45, about the Deep River Regional Airport. Anybody have any questions on that, feel free to ask before we close that. Go ahead and call the roll, please.
Jeff James. Here. William Carter.
Here.
Tommy Page.
Here.
Tommy Stigall here. Todd Mitchell. Aaron Wood.
Here.
Mac Manus.
Here.
Blake Stafford.
Here.
Terry Allen.
Here.
Randall King.
Here.
Andy Anderson.
Here.
Jack Johnson.
Here.
Nick Peterson.
Here.
Joe Ross.
Here. All right, approval of minutes, May 6 minutes, June 3rd minutes, and June 24th. There is a correction on the June 3rd minutes. We'll talk to pass those out to you. Should be on item number 2. The Southwest HRA Brown Shoe Building should be $1,450. And then item 5, we set the budget at $8,900. It's leaving ministry for $14,608 for that. Is that correct?
Make a motion to approve all those.
We got a motion from Jack, is there a second? Jack, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, item number 5, public comments from the public. We wish to make a comment to the county commission. Anything on the agenda? Or just regular comments, time to time?
Maybe we have an agenda for Thursday night meeting.
Yes, sir. All right, any other business? New business. This time we'll go ahead and pass it on to the budget committee. Maybe if you go there and go up, there's 3 items for amendments. First one's due to a court request, highway department, and the fire department. Maybe if you don't mind, start with the juvenile courts.
It was requested from the juvenile court that they have an additional person temporarily. They have an employee that is retiring as of January 9th, 2026. And that new person will start within the next couple weeks with the 2. I calculated it based on if they were to start, like we'll say Monday, September 15th. So this amount on the budget amendment, it's $8,200, is what would cover the cost from now until January 9th. With also because of a reduction in salary on this person. So I did that and then also calculated the benefits. So your estimated total cost will be $10,650. That's a rough estimate of how much that would cost. And going forward, next year, the salary is less than the current person is making. So you would also see, it would basically pay for itself next year.
Miss Jeannie, if you and the judge will come up, Miss Jeannie's retired, and I don't think it's fair. I want to replace her, but I've known Jeannie for a long time, and Jeannie, I appreciate your service to Henderson County, the juveniles, and the Judge Bill. You've been great. You gonna look that up?
Yeah, I think we need to continue to practice for me and find out the role and agree to the and look for someone. We had girls and daughters deal with each other, we had them with children, and then they can't leave with their daughters. He said we're starting off probably 10,500 or so less present salary. Yes, we go up. So ultimately, for the first few years, obviously, I will be a positive cash flow. And, things go with it. But I think that is because the immediate cost of the short-term training, he has to have, there has to be a green law. And it's not like she goes into an office where there's already 5 or 6 girls that are with you. When this young lady goes into this office, walks in the hall, he's the only one that can plan for that guy. And we would ask for that sort of thing. Appreciate the very good that y'all see it. We will get some back.
Enjoy your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then also have, fire department, they have requested that $2,000 be moved from their part-time help to a full-time for some additional duties of leave. And then on the highway department, there's a request for $16,000. This would be out of Fund 171, just capital projects fund. That's for an HVAC unit. Our maintenance supervisor got that quote for me, and because he can help install it, it will be at a reduced price. And then we also say when we did the washers and dryers for the jail out of Fund 171, the bid came in 2,000 less than what we originally anticipated. So that's 10,000 of the 16,000 that we weren't already budgeted for this year for something else.
I'll remind the commission, the 171 fund is where we allocated a few pennies to start taking care of capital projects and things of that nature. So it doesn't touch the undesignated. So we got some funding there right now for projects like this.
Steve, what you? Yes, sir.
Is there a recommendation?
Yes, sir. The budget committee unanimously recommended the pass to the full commission.
Make a motion for that. Got a motion for a second. Any discussion?
We don't bring together.
Yes. There should be a new sheet that you got. I finally got some code information. Was that the same?
Any discussion? And I'll say this also, with the maintenance supervisor that we kind of modified and shuffled around, was able to save some money now we have a maintenance supervisor for the county too, that's going to be able to do this installation. There again, saving some money, using our resources that we have, and establishing good practices. So, good job. All right, call roll.
Jeff James.
Yes.
William Clark.
Yes.
Tommy Savage.
Yes.
Tony Stigall. Yes. Aaron Wood.
Yes.
Matt Manning.
Yes.
Blake Sample.
Yes.
Terry Allen.
Yes.
Randall King.
Yes.
Andy Anderson.
Yes.
Jack Dodson.
Yes.
Nick Peterson. Joe Ross.
Judge, you guys are pretty good with me.
Hey, we don't come up here much, it's a pleasure, y'all. Thank y'all very much. We'll come anytime y'all ask us. Thanks, y'all. There you go.
All right, we'll move on to item 7.1. This is the opioid litigation. We'll need to submit this plan by the 16th. We'll be voting on the new plan to stay the lawsuit. Kevin, if I got that right?
That's correct.
Okay. This is for the opioid abatement programs that we give you money back from the pharmaceutical. I entertain discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? 7.2, trustee release letter. Henderson County Trustee John Campbell's request release and changes in the 2023 tax rolls as directed by the assessor's property here at Polk. 2023 delinquent taxes filed with Kevin Carter, legal tax attorney, 55,275.32. 2023 global assessments in areas total decrease 43,229. We've got a copy of the packet. Got a motion for that. Aaron. Joe Ross, second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? I'm not supposed to do that to you. Got it. 7.3, OJCP requires conflict of interest policy. Maybe we can explain this, part of the OCJP grant programs.
So there was I'll give you all a different copy of the policy. We have, this was one that initially was out, that's not the instruction. You should have one that says Henderson County Sheriff's Department at the top. This is specifically for a grant they have at the Sheriff's Department. The evidence-based program and regulatory that OCJP. It only relates to employees of that grant. It is not anything else than the other department.
All of the requirements, the OCJP for us to receive monies, on this we got to have a public policy. Entertain a motion to accept it. Matt Manning, second by Andy. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? JC appointments. Just any in the house, about coming forward. All right, so we want the point board of registration.
Yes.
All right.
I'm currently under the JAG grant, which you all voted in, I think it was in 2022, which ends in December. And part of that grant had built in that we would create an executive board at some point in time after opening. The Family Justice Center opened October 21st in 2024. And we recently, RAP recently got to add 2 advocates that are on site at all times. And as of the middle of August, I got to add the navigator, which is the physician that works directly with me, Ms. Monica Fuller. Just to say a little bit, the Family Justice Center just since July 1 has had 20 people referred from both law enforcement agencies. We've had 3 walk-ins. We've had 7 that were, 3 that were elder abuse cases because we're able to work with elder abuse cases as well. 3 were teens that were primary victims. There were 8 households with 8 different, 4 households with 8 different children. We've had 6 contacts in court that we do court every week. I spent all day in court today, but I made connections. We had orders of protection approved today, and that means a lot to try to end this really healthy relationship in the domestic violence that's in our county. And I point that out because in 2024, per TBI reports, there were 243 domestic-related crimes. Out of all the crimes that were reported against a person in this county, it was 487. That is 50% of our community is experiencing domestic crime at some point in time. I'm planning to partner now that I have somebody to help me with the walk-ins and stuff like that at the FJC. I'm able to partner with Ms. Amber State, the public health educator, to go out into schools and to talk more with young kids and young adults that are coming out of high school, so that we can start kind of addressing some of this unhealthy relationships and behaviors at home right now, as well as addressing things in the court and different measures like that. This board group, I'm pleased to have all of them that have agreed to serve on our board. And if you see the ones that are there, we have some great ones, DA Jody Pickens. And we also have several folks here in the community that I work closely with the Sheriff's Department, Police Department, and of course some folks that advocate also for domestic abuse in the community. So this board will help as far as in the future. Again, I said that my grant ends December 31st. This will help possibly in strategic planning, trying to locate funding, different funding streams. Eventually, at some point in time, other FJCs have some portion of donations. And so maybe we can work to try to get that in our FJC also, and they can help do fundraisers with me. So different things like that. So I'm excited to have this board that's going to be providing support for me and support for the mayor and us making decisions to help grow our FJC and the services that are provided for them.
Right, so you need a motion, a second to the board of resolution provided.
Yes.
Okay. Entertained motion, please. Aaron, Jack, second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay.
And any of you would like to come tour, just let me know. You can come anytime. And I appreciate it.
Got fire department on here. Cody, was that for your request? Surplus equipment. Okay. 746 fire department.
I think I pretty much provided a lot of photos, so and reports and all that. There's a home, a boat, and a rescue box. A boat and a rescue box, and the rescue squad. They're not going to use. So there's some other miscellaneous, like a little generator, and stuff like that. So close. We'll put that towards the rescue squad, so whatever that brings. That's the surplus.
Terry, make a motion, Terry, second. Please call the roll on that, please.
Tommy Tyler.
Yes.
Tommy Steele.
Yes.
Aaron Wood.
Yes.
Mike Minus.
Yes.
Mike Stamper.
Yes.
Terry Allen.
Yes.
Randall King.
Yes.
Andy Anderson.
Yes.
Jack Johnson.
Yes.
Nick Peters.
Yes.
Earl Ross.
Yes.
Jeff Steiner.
Yes.
Lee Paul.
Yes.
Go ahead, thank you, Cody. Oh, go ahead.
This is just kind of start the discussion, I guess. We've been looking at limestone for helicopters. One problem we had is down on 22 side, I was running across, every time we had a helicopter, we had to shut the road down for redirection. This is just a thought that we can come up with about the old 11 yard or garbage up there at the top of the hill. Maybe get permission to get somebody to kind of clear off the spot like a designated landing zone behind the fence right there. I don't really know what it said, I'm sure, I haven't seen it, can go on the property.
We just need to, you can get me the size of the land. Okay, you got it.
200 by 200.
Okay. Does it need, you gotta have lighting, electricity?
Doesn't matter that, it can be a grass lot, air is, we work on them on, Mr. Allen Fire is, it's no solution to one of those church or one of those. So we're working with everybody, and they said that then they paid for like the little concrete section that they went on. So, I don't know,
the surplus property from the sheriff's department. There you got any more?
It's going to be, high mileage,
Entertained a motion. Secondary. Any discussion? Call the vote.
Aaron Wood,
Yes.
McManus,
Yes.
Blake Stafford,
Yes.
Terry Allen,
Yes.
Randall King, Andy Anderson,
Yes.
Jack Johnson,
Yes.
Nick Pierce,
Yes.
Joe Ross, Jeff James,
Yes.
William Ford,
Yes.
Tommy Page, Tommy Steele. Yes.
Set that out of the way. So 7.5, we got this other lease, you have a, lease that's prepared by Carl Law, this, if you find them up, and contact them what to do. For us.
This is a request in the university, use for solar farm, approximately 5 acres by the the regional proposal including, electric, about electricity today.
It is. We're having to lose on it now, it's got a fire department, it's got a radio tower there. Can't see it from the road. So, that kind of good.
Pretty much he has to do everything. We just in place of the land. Side, the and then we walk in 20 years, so that's it. It was a good process when we came back. After that, at least the building, I got it in the building. This is a y'all. Y'all are on a different payment schedule. Y'all, this is his proposal, so y'all.
You want to put in trees up there,
It's over the field. Right now, we're losing on it, that's my,
That's what I'm saying.
yes. It's got a lot of communications tower on it, we can't do construction thing else around it.
What was the amount collected in property taxes?
Roughly 7,500, $1,500,000, and then they go to 10,000, which is pretty good.
Once you get to the place, that's how much property tax is.
We probably won't get personal property taxes for the government service. And then, of course, this is a process that's going to take a while to get this approved by PDA. None of the rest of them out in the area seems to be getting approved except for one that's being constructed now.
We can start collecting the property taxes and improve that in government.
We will not, until, we won't set property taxes for the government service.
It's not from the field when you go to the service, when he's actually producing electricity.
He gets his equipment in there, starts operating, yeah, they probably use some electricity, you know.
Originally, we were going to do this because we were going to give the sheriff's department reduced radio electricity, and we're going to save money there. But you're saying that may not be the option.
Well, we have that in the lease, if you look under consideration under item 3, it says tenant will negotiate in good faith with landlord to develop a power purchase agreement acceptable and in compliance with PPA. Now, we can't, we started trying to put in there an amount that it would sell to us at the PPA wholesale rate, but we realized that probably wouldn't be accepted by PPA health control of this thing, so that's in there. We can, if we can do it, then it would, that's what we'll have.
But we're not locked into anything with him to have to buy electricity.
We're not locked in, we don't have to, we have to leave it there.
Basically, we're just getting money off the property.
That's all. If y'all can raise it, it's raised, be raised, and we don't have to leave it locked in for years, so we just do it for us. And this collection falls in our opinion.
Who owns the property? Who owns the property?
But again,
Who owns the property? Like who mowed the grass and everything?
he's responsible on the lease for the maintain the property, right? And he thinks the, I thought, it's a weird.
Is this the original place he was gonna put that, what's that time?
I think it's just a picture of it on the lease.
The reason I'm saying is that something from the city, talking about that, he put a sheet up there, keep the road. The city doesn't even do it. And the city can keep livestock within 1,000 feet. That's not even what it is. Yeah, I've done this.
Kevin, what's your recommendation as far as, I know he's on the timeline too, so he's been talking to me about a lot about this.
I had really communication with you since you went on, I thought it would be. I would say, take it.
Every meeting, special call.
Just all the things to look at it, and thinking about, I know,
It's kind of, we don't want to tie in $500 an acre for 20 years. I mean, I wouldn't think you want to. I mean, you wouldn't want to rent a house and get it to somebody.
you would want that for desolation.
Yeah.
Yeah, the property tax continues to go up, but you're only talking about $7,000 a year in property taxes.
There's something that I'd like for you guys to consider on top of this, the revenue that's generated out of this. I'd like for you guys to consider putting that towards communications for our sheriff's department and the fire department. Keep their radios updated, loading, things of that nature. Right now, we're having to pull that out of the general fund. If this could be a revenue source that we could just earmark for that, just consideration. Just consideration.
You don't want to present like that, you didn't mark it, we need the rich. We need to make it reasonable, we can escalate it.
I think you look at something in there.
You want to look at a percentage increase?
We don't have to have insurance, we don't have to names and issues. But the only thing you'd be looking at, he's not going to understand the why, but it'll be slow. So that's another consideration, some power company will buy it.
I don't know if I understand. Did you have a timeline there when you had it in place and everything going?
He needs to know quickly, because of the application process with PDA. He told me that I could do it.
I mean, we don't have a idea when we can start getting funds like the mayor's talking about, and go forward. Okay,
We don't have any control. He's got 3 years of options.
shops and out
Put
there.
it together. And then it expires and you have to come back and take it off. Or
It'll be 3 years before we ever get started building it.
unless they accept it as the first year. Understand they do that. There's a booklet put out on Southern Tennessee, about 200 pages, that's not a copy of it. We can see you a copy. They got a bunch of these projects going. And they're encouraging counties to do this.
So part of their TDA's platform, they're wanting to diversify their power grid, to nuclear, to the dam system, to solar. So it's part of their deal.
And 10 gigawatts by 2032.
So very good.
So they got a proposal to build a gas fire plant over in Perry County.
They're pushing it to one of the
I don't need to go ahead and do all this. I think we'll make a motion to accept it. Accept it as written.
You don't want him to come talk to us yet, and see what his timeline is, when he
index in there that will flip every 5 years and raise, not ever go down, but raise it basically with the single price index for 500 still be reasonable. And he told me the last time I talked to him, it may not take 5 acres, it may be like 3. So that's a escalation clause in there, and that will cover you. And we'll take out, it's going to double in price in 20 years, so we'll leave that in place every 5 years and take out the double in price in 20 years. It will still up through the whole option period, still every year. It's 500 enough.
We don't get anything up on
We're not getting anything out of it now, I mean, it's not tillable land.
Let's go to a minimum of 2,500 a month, that would be 5 acres. Comes out 11 uses 3, let's use 2,500 and then 5,000 a year. And then the rest of it, every 5 years, the rest of it,
Anything up to 5 acres, he gets more than 5 acres, it goes up, but anything less than 5 acres don't affect the 2,500 a month.
that is.
You got all that right there? So the motion is accepted with the changes?
2,500 a month, 500 an acre, 2,500 a month. It's more than 5 acres, it'll go up 500 per acre. It'll go up based on the center price index every 5 years.
If you don't take the 3 acres, it's still $2,500.
It's 2,500 a year.
Yes, starting the day that we signed the 5 years. If we signed it in 9, it starts 5 years from every 5 years from 9.
No, it will not even go into place until he gets his.
Okay. His operation.
Yeah, he has to be operational, but he has to use some power, so it'll be even longer than 3 years if he gets his bills. If he gets a contract 3 years from now, then it might even be longer before he has a bill.
I would say, yeah, we're looking to work for 5 to 10 years for each official, we need to see your money out there.
We'll limit it to 5 years, though. It has to be in service in 5 years. I think that is.
I'd be fair.
The way I was reading it, so like it's an initial 2-year option, so he could take up to 2 years to decide. Technically,
I think he buys a year and he's got 2 more options. Of 1 year each.
and that was just $500 for the option. So it could be 2 years before, or a year before we start getting anything.
Well, when he signs the lease, he's got to pay $500.
Right.
But no, we won't get no money until he gets that installed and starts producing power.
So the 3 years didn't start until he.
It starts when the lease is signed. The 3-year option period starts when the lease is signed.
He starts paying rent on the property.
When he produces power. But we're going to limit it. It can't be more than 5.
Within 5 years, that's when you guys.
They've got the clause in there about being in production.
The whole thing of that locked in, if we ever get anything else we want to do, we can be done with it in 3 years. Or 5 years, if you do it that way.
It'd be locked up.
The land is locked in, you want to do any kind of.
But he would already have to start building in that 3-year period. Come back and renegotiate.
What Gary said, it's just on the road together anyway, so. We're right to be right to do something.
I got a question, the chief person, Chad, y'all see any effect on our communication tower out there on this, putting that out there?
What I learned from him, it should not interfere with anything.
They've done those studies and says it will not affect communications.
You don't see any problem?
You know, we asked about the frequencies, if it's going to interfere with any of that. I think that's clear.
As far as our interference, it's supposed to be checked.
That's why I was alerted today.
You guys are not going to have to make, y'all maintain it right now, right?
We mow around the guide wires and building and highway department, push out there.
That's cool.
If he's a 3-year option, why couldn't do we not do the same thing? Instead of going to 5 years, why do we not say at the end of 3 years, you got the option to get out, or you gotta start paying those?
We can do it.
Wouldn't that be more reasonable, more fair to us?
Yeah. Probably. I just don't know the timeline for construction. If he exercises his option in 3 years, I think there's a timeline there. It'll pretty wild with construction.
Yeah.
I'll find out.
That gives us
He's got to start.
time to get out of it if we need to get out.
What you're saying is we want construction start in 3 years, you've got to start paying rent if you want to keep the option.
That's right. Yes.
First time we got information agreement for 10 years.
So that,
How much time she got to make this agreement for 10 years?
3 years.
3 years.
But then he can come back and renegotiate if he's closed.
It's not,
I mean, he can bring it back to the condition.
And when he signs the lease, he's responsible for maintaining the tenant portfolio.
when he's in operation or construction.
That's his operation. He can go in and survey it. And do the testing that he's not going to be responsible.
So we're still aiming to keep pushing on and cleaning that stuff here.
Nothing changes until
It's
he
an option until he exercises.
opts out. Okay. All right, so Jack, you got a motion?
Yeah, as written, that's clear.
All right, so
With changes in
do the check, this sort of release agreement for changes to the option will discuss.
Yes.
Everything will provide us a clean copy of what it's done. What's your second? All right, any more discussion? Call the roll.
Mike Manning. Yes. Blake Sample.
No.
Terry Allen.
Yes.
Randall King.
Yes.
Andy Anderson.
Yes.
Jack Johnson.
Yes.
Nick Peterson.
Yes.
Joe Ross.
Yes.
Jeff Jones.
Yes.
William Carter.
Yes.
Tommy Page.
Yes.
Tommy Steele. Yes. Aaron Williams.
Yes.
When this money starts coming in, I guys entertain the idea about putting the proceeds to the sheriff and fire department communications. That's something that's been delayed for a while, so I'm revenue source for. All right, 7.7, beer permit resolution. Beer board asked for this to be on for clarification. You got a point?
Yes, sir, so it brought to my attention that we were not actually absolutely sure of hours of service a week. We're in the county now that we have a referendum in November of 2018 for living by the breakfast hour, which kind of changed everything around. The city of Lexington at that time, after that referendum was passed, changed their hours to reflect differently than they were before. The hour pretty much prohibits the sale of beer between the hours of 3 and 6 a.m. on Monday and Saturday, or between the hours of 3 a.m. and 12 noon on Sunday. So once the referendum passed, it's my understanding that we're back to the sale of liquor, the TCA code. So I reached out to Mr. Carter and had him research this for us. I talked to Robbie spoke with Kelsey at Seacounts, and he went with different recommendations. We never really brought this back up after the 2018 referendum. It probably should have been. We did have, and I believe it was April of 2012, there was a resolution that said we were going to have beer sales on Sundays from 1 until 6. Kevin reached out to me earlier and sales beer. Any establishment that has a permit from the ABC to sell wine or liquor for all purposes consumptions under 557 chapter 4 is allowed to sell beer at any time the establishment is legally authorized to sell liquor or wine. So, at this point, I just want to get clarification so I can run this in the newspaper for 2 weeks. Everyone in our county that has a beer permit needs to know what great hours for sale by the state law, by the state law is, what Henderson County regs, and at this point, I know that the city changed everything in 18, but we didn't change all of it. I'm open for whatever discussion needs to happen, but we do need to have clarification. After clarification is made, I request that we run it in the newspaper for 2 weeks, and I will certify letters sent to everyone that has a beer permit within our county right now, because I want to make sure everybody knows the correct hours of sale. So I'm going to kind of just open it up for discussion and see where everybody is.
Beer sales on Sundays from 12 to 6. I make a motion. Did you get that? 12 to 6 on Sunday. That's what my motion, well, that's what my motion was then. No, that's not.
That was not.
This is one of the extended
If we go with what the city has right now, you can buy beer starting at 12 until 3 a.m. The only time you cannot buy beer is between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. on Monday through Saturday. And from 3 a.m. until noon on Sunday. I'm not saying I agree with these hours, but if it tells us that we don't have the authority to shorten the hours, we can only extend them. I just want to do what we can do by law. That's why I have Kevin look into it.
We agree the city.
Okay, you research this for right?
Well, right, I don't have all the time.
Yeah. We was talking earlier, I think, and you said there's some confusion on whether it's like a package store or a place that consumes on site, on the hours, is that right?
Chapter 5, in that code section, is for beer sales. Covers beer sales only.
Okay.
And it keeps referring back to chapter 4, which is liquor by the drunk. But apparently, the liquor by the drunk rule, if you're selling beer, you follow the state guidelines on that. When they say
If an establishment selling liquor by the drink. Okay, so that's basically what that comes down to. You got two different time frames then, right?
When you issue a beer permit, are the hours that you are allowed to sell beer on the permit itself?
That's why I want clarification. It needs to be on the front of every application that we go. It needs to be clear and concise.
Tommy and I had a very long conversation about this, so I went to the establishment in the county and said it, and I specifically asked him what is your hours of beer sales. He made some phone calls. I had anywhere from 12 to 6, 1 to 6, and 10 to 10. So everybody, again, Tommy, we need this clarification, so everybody's on the same page. If somebody west of Hampton Dollar Store is not selling it, but they close at 10 o'clock on Sunday, and the south end of the county, they can only sell it till 6.
What we did, 12 to 11. Well, then,
I believe we cut down on confusion because you got a lot of business owners that own businesses in the city and in the county. That if you just had one standard, the city's already passed theirs in 2018, 2019, just mirror theirs. That way our law enforcement's not confused, our business owners not confused, and everybody's in on sales.
That's not for me. We don't have any liquor to drink in the county anyway. So, I mean, we wouldn't
Yeah,
follow
we
it. We
The
do.
tax in 2018.
We did. But we have establishment, city council, tell it to her?
No.
No, but just because we don't today, I think we might not tomorrow. So
That's it.
I want to have all this figured out. We couldn't even find resolution at the time it was voted on before. I want this to be on the front of the application. I want it to be in the paper. I want all the establishments to know it. And then guess what? Whoever takes my place after I leave, there's not going to be a question like this that we had.
So like Rob just said, what's the city's got, what's
The
our,
city's got like right here, not to permit the sale of alcohol between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. on Monday. I give it to everybody. Monday through Saturday, or between the hours of 3 a.m. until noon on Sunday. To me, I feel like we all should have the same thing. That way law enforcement knows exactly what the hours are. I will make sure that they have it in the sheriff's department. Run it in the newspaper 2 weeks. Everything matches, and guess what? We're all important.
Keep in mind also, we may end up eventually at some point have a program that says, we may have to know about the Dollar General down south, or, they can sell here, every business should have the same because there's different.
I'm like you, it makes it a lot simpler for law enforcement if everybody's the same.
Their emotion.
One thing too, people in the county drink, and I know I used to do a lot. I live in the county, and the place that they're drinking closes at 6 o'clock. They're gonna go somewhere and find beer without coming to the city. So, if you look at it that way, if they're bringing 6 o'clock, probably
Well, right now,
you're not going to cook them, so they will be dry.
the liquor laws are less stringent than beer laws. Like you can get 4 doubles, and then you get 5 beer at a convenience. So my thought is on this is mirror the city, there's no confusion, and we'll just move on.
I make a motion that what's in front of us, we're gonna match the city. There's not gonna be any sales between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m., Monday through Saturday, or between the hours of 3 a.m. until 12 on Sunday. I make a motion.
Can I bring it, that's where we're
You got a second,
just for discussion. I think the rules are different in Crossroads because they're under the specific.
they got a battlefield, they got everybody trained.
So is this, would this be consistent, whatever?
No, so it's city.
I think they have to do what I say.
City land, the city.
That's a city.
Rocco's been different from the county election for years.
All theirs is tourism to the battlefield.
Right, well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know if it was intended to kind of match up countywide. It might not be, I just wanted to bring it, it might not be the same thing. I'm fine with that.
It's 24 hours. I feel better if we do on Sunday as well. Let's match the city. That's okay. If that's good with everybody, that's what I make my motion.
More discussion.
Not made up.
Call the roll.
Terry Allen.
Yes.
Robert King.
Yes.
Andy Anderson.
Yes.
Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
Ben Peterson.
No.
Joe Ross. Jeff James.
Yes.
William Carter.
Yes.
Tommy Faye.
Yes.
Tony Stevens.
Yes.
Aaron Wood. Yes. Matt Manning.
Yes.
Blake Sample.
Yes.
Hey, can we stop for just a second? I do request for this to be put in the paper next week. I'd like to run it for 2 weeks straight. Also, want to certify letters sent to every beer permit that we issued for this last year. I also want to cover on front of every beer permit application that gives these guidelines, and at the bottom line it states when we vote on this resolution. So that way, whoever takes my place in the next 4, 8, 6, 10, whatever years, you'll be able to look back and
Possibly weird where we're going to see that. You look at your office going to put that there. Yes. Motion carries. 7.8, for any discussion, Commissioner Johnson,
First thing I saw, actually, state sets the income limits for each county. Henderson County now is $36,730 a year. That's the maximum amount of income for the family. Have to be 65 years old, live in the house that you want to. This one will be like, if you have a farm, however many acres you have, it will only cover the home and 5 acres. You've got another acre, another 90,000 will tax away. The owners have to show their W-2 to the trustees every year to get this. I think this needs further investigation by either you or maybe Kevin, who's somebody. There was an amount on that table that I said, got what it was now. I believe that was for marketing or something to other counties. But there is a list. Maybe that can be, we at least think about this. I would like to look further into it. So at least then we can maybe discuss it further. If anybody is not interested in raising taxes, you can do, if you add on to your house, for your property in any way that it will make the value go up, you'll have to do the price. This is only good for the property you live on. If you move here at that time, it changes to the residence. And can you look further into that?
don't think to jump out right off, it's something we want to prepare the budget with, because our current revenue we have allocated based on property tax, and any reduction in that could affect services, so Meg and I will have to sit down and see what that might look like, get with the trustee's office, so we'll take a look at it.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
We discussed this minute. Of course, there is a program right now for low income that you can get a reduction in. So I'm wondering if, say, I get frozen, whatever right now, and then you don't pay for it. I mean, there's things to look at. Would they gain, or would they gain by being low income and getting a reduction in pay? So the thing we need to look at.
I have been told that you can also use the tax relief program with the tax relief program. I think it lowers your tax by $2 or something like that.
I mean, I'm not sure we need to look at.
The state doesn't sound, but they we'll take a look at Social Security up there, trying to do on less than $900 a month.
Take a look at it. Thank you, Derek. Item number 8, notaries. We'll be adding 5 individuals, Amber Brick, Monica Reyes, Chelsea Wade, Savannah Asbull, Caleb Hall. Kind of motion. Terry. Motion. Second. Nick second. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? All right. Now, motion to adjourn. Go ahead, Derek.
Make a motion that you look into upgrading the sound system so everybody can hear.
conversation, I'm from North Steve.
No, I just looked, that's what I want to do. I know there's some talk about, lower saving, closing off most of this section, making a meeting room.
Well, right now, we're in talks with the architect right now to do lower ceilings, make actual more room in here, put another conference room, projectors. So that's one reason I have to won't spend any money or recommend any money for $400 or $500 versus throw away versus having to have heat 4 times a year.
Well,
So
that's,
we have a better atmosphere. It's not a courtroom. It's going to be which one's cheaper?
it's going to keep.
Well, obviously.
A sound system.
Obviously, you can buy a sound system that you can get, and it's not going to take the echo away. No, it's just not going to. We're in a courtroom that was designed in 1960, the whole court. I can hear fine because it was designed for the judge to hear.
Yeah.
That don't mean everybody in the audience has the same privilege.
I agree.
It's unfortunate.
This is just like church.
It's worse than church.
Most people don't want to sit on the front row like this. It's like this.
We'll look into it though. But we have been talking to it. We got new gutters, by the way. I didn't want to make another new gutters. Thank you, Mayor. Working on that. We do have to make some upgrades to this courthouse. They're not going to be cheap. People want nice things, and then we got to start paying for it. So I just caution you with that.
Also, on the sound system issue, I reached out to our director at our church, that's our audio and we're on the sound system. And I asked him to maybe come and talk to me about it. I haven't heard back. I don't know what's
But we've talked to Main Street. That's what I've been talking to about the acoustics, what we can do, but we don't spend too much because we want to redo a remodel. We're not wasting money. Whatever we can get, we can reuse. So the process is going. So it just takes time and money. Got a motion